This will be a short talk about astrology. I'm Linda Humphries, third generation gifted astrologer, psychic, clairvoyant, medium. But my astrology gifts were given to me through one of the best astrologers there was, Rosie Casatino. She couldn't teach me astrology the way she did it, with the sun, the moon, the stars, the time of day you were born. She taught me in a different way. My charts work. They just work in a different way. But this talk isn't about how I do astrology. This talk is an introduction to Benjamin Franklin. For many people don't realize that Ben was a very superstitious man. He believed heavily in astrology. He also believed in what was going on. If he was asked to take a trip by the Continental Congress and he looked at the moon, I don't like where the planets are right now. Oh, wow. I don't think I'm going today, guys. I have to wait till next Tuesday. Nah, Mercury is retrograde. Even though he may not have known that Mercury was retrograde, he knew that where the stars, where the planets were, something was off. If you ask him, and many people did, he said he was the very first astrologer ever. And he knew his stuff, which I have to say, if you look at papers that he wrote, if you look up things that he published, that man knew a lot. He knew a whole lot. He knew when to strike out on things, when to make a move on things, and when to go forward with things. So as I said, he definitely knew his astrology. He knew the cycles of the moon. The Farmer's Almanac is not wrong on anything they picked up, because they picked it up from Ben. The problem is, Ben didn't know that centuries before Ben, there was a man called Socrates who happened to believe, as Ben did, that the planets, the stars, and the moon controlled a lot of the Earth's energy and made a difference as to what happened in army battles, what happened in peacetime, and what controlled the Earth's energy to do with volcano eruptions, to do with earthquakes, to do with seas and the storms. So, as much as I love Benjamin Franklin, and my first son was going to be named Benjamin Franklin, I have to tell old Ben that there were astrologers long before him. And there's been wonderful astrologers long after him. But I do have to say, ladies and gentlemen, if you pay attention to the full moon, if you pay attention to the stars, to the planets, your life can run a lot smoother. Now, one of my girlfriends asked me, then why did you buy your last two cars when Mercury was in retrograde? You're never supposed to buy anything or sign any contracts when Mercury is in retrograde. Yet my last two cars, one went 136,000 miles, one went 100,000 miles and was in excellent condition, and I got $10,000 credit for it when I traded in for the vehicle I've got now. My thing to you is, I heal with stones. I've had 17 cancer patients besides myself. And I've had cancer 4 times in my body in different places that have disappeared using stones. Mercury is just a big stone located in the sky. And when I want to do something, I ask it that the negative in it charge up the positive for my contract I've signed. And that it change. And every vehicle I've bought has been a gem and has been a positive. So as I said, I do believe in astrology with all my heart. But I also know that the planets are a rock. And you can program a rock to do what you want it to do. But I don't want those of you who do not work with stones to try that unless you're sure of yourselves. If you want to get a hold of me for stones that heal, that help with self-esteem, that will help you on a different journey in your life to do with money, please go to my website, www.LindaHumphries.com, LindaHumphries.com, and you can contact me through there. Put in a request, and I'll definitely look for stones you need. I am going to do other videos that will talk about the different stones and their power. But right now, like I said, please know that Ben wasn't crazy. He was a great astrologer. But there were astrologers before him, and there were astrologers after him. But I salute you, Mr. Franklin, for all you did for these United States. God bless everybody, and take care of yourselves.